Oftentimes when people come into my office and they say, Pastor, I feel hopeless. Like I don't have any hope in the situation that I'm in. Their struggles boil down to two things. And frankly, it's almost never about the circumstances they're in. It's the questions about God, right? As we'll start talking, they'll say, Pastor, the truth is, I'm not sure that God's still God. In this circumstance that I'm presently living, I wonder if God's still able to save. Is He still able to do all the things that I've read and I've heard Him do in the Bible, in other people's lives, sometimes even in their own? If their question isn't, is God still God? Is He still able to save? It'll be, is God still good? Is God still looking at me? Does He still see me, care about me? Is He present in this situation? You know, Advent season begins. The Christmas story begins with a man and a woman, a husband and a wife, who I think we're struggling with those questions, who were wondering, is it okay to even have hope where we're at right now? Is God still God? And is God still good? And as we saw Sunday when we were gathered here for worship in Luke chapter 1, for Zechariah and for Elizabeth, the promise of a son, of the man who comes to be John the Baptist, is this amazing sign from God to them and to us. That God is very much still God. He can cause, in their case, a couple who are far too old to conceive a child to have a baby. And that He is incredibly good. That He will look even at Zechariah, at Elizabeth, who feels publicly disgraced, and He'll look with compassion and with care. But you know, what makes their story incredible is that it's just the beginning. Actually, it's just the prologue to the real story, to the promise that you and I have that God is very much still God, and He's very much still good. Because that little baby they held, John the Baptist, he points to the baby who is God Himself, to the promise that we have, the promise that they came to discover, at a manger months later when this little baby was born. But that little baby was God. You see, the promise of Christmas, the hope that we get to hold on to, is that God took on flesh. He took on flesh in order to save. And to save us not simply from governments or the struggles that we're facing in this daily life, but to save us from our sin, to save us from the ultimate culprit, indeed from death itself. And Jesus' coming is the sure and certain proof that you and I can always hold on to, that God is good. God Himself chose to enter into this world, to come so close to us that He can reach out and touch us. Friends, He's the reason why today you can have hope, this season and every season. It is our prayer at West Shore Baptist that as we push into Advent, that we'll push into Jesus, to the hope that is ours in God who's still God and God who is always good, and the promise that's ours because He is born. We would love to have you join us this coming Sunday, any Sunday at 10:30 a.m. here at West Shore Baptist Church. We're located at 2025 Market Street in Camp Hill, and we would love to have you join us.